Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm the 2017 Girl of the Year.
Hi, my name is Ramsey, and I'm the 2017 Boy of the Year.
Hands, put your empty hands in mine.
So some of my favorite things to do are play soccer. I like to dance a lot. I like to be involved with NCL, which is a national charity league. My mom and I can go volunteer places together.
Well, some of my hobbies are reading, writing, drawing, math, and Cub Scouts.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a pediatric oncology nurse.
I want to be an author when I grow up because I write my own stories.
And scars, show me all the scars you hide.
So I started getting sick the day after Thanksgiving, and it started out with just a little cold. And then it kept getting worse, and I got an ear infection. After that, I got pneumonia, and I still wasn't getting better. And so my mom took me to the doctor, and they took 2 blood tests. And then they sent me to the hospital on December 23rd, 2014.
The doctor stepped in and she introduced herself and she said, your daughter has leukemia. And it had been probably no more than 10 minutes in the hospital. And it
like,
was,
here we go.
Here we go. After they did some testing, they came back and determined that it was acute myeloid leukemia.
On Friday, February 6, 2009, I got a call from my wife at work saying that Ramsey had a fever, and she was giving him Tylenol. It's okay, kids get sick. He was 2.5. By Saturday, the Tylenol wasn't working, and he was complaining that his groin hurt, and you could barely pick him up. Like, he would touch him in his mid area, and he would scream. So we were thinking he had a bladder infection. So Sunday, we went to church, and he still wasn't doing better, so we decided to bring him to urgent care. And at urgent care, they couldn't check for a bladder infection because he couldn't freely just pee in a cup. So they sent us to the emergency room where they put a catheter in to take a urine sample. And they said it wasn't a urinary tract infection, but there was some stuff going around, so if he didn't get better in 2 days, to bring him back. And those next 2 days were horrible. He was screaming in pain, the fever would not go down. So from that Sunday to Tuesday, I brought him back to the emergency room, and the same doctor saw him and said, he looks pale and his stomach's distended, so we need to run some more tests. And so they did scans, they did all kinds of tests, and they finally did a blood test. And the blood test came back with some abnormal counts, and they said, we need to send you to Emmanuel Children's Hospital immediately. By Wednesday, the doctors had came in and they told us that your son has cancer. He underwent treatment for 3 years and almost 3 months.
'Cause I'm gonna stand by you. Oh, tears make a lot of scopes in your.
It was kind of scary and shocking. It didn't really kick in until a few days after, until I started getting sick.
One of the infections, the worst one in her second round, she ended up in the pediatric intensive care unit for 7 days, and she was septic, which is basically a blood infection throughout your body. And she also had acute respiratory failure.
We were inpatient for 133 days.
We did everything there. I mean, that was our home because that's where we had to be. So I think the intensity of that just makes this indelible mark in your life forever.
Probably the way it's impacted me the most is meeting all the other families who are going through the same thing as us, and such a powerful thing, because just connecting to people that can relate to you on more aspects than a normal person would.
It's a pretty tight-knit community because you go to camps and you go to events and at the hospital and you meet other families.
It's changed me because before I got diagnosed, I wanted to be a professional dancer. And as I saw all my nurses helping me, I kind of realized that I need to give back and help other kids with blood cancers. And so I've changed what I want to be to a nurse.
I think every day we try and think about putting it in the past but I think we also, all four of us, respect it. You know, it's something we went through, and it's part of our fabric. It's part of our family's fabric, and we're never going to forget it. So
It gives you a different perspective on things.
We get into a routine of life, but it all gets set back in reality of what he's went through when he's got a cold, or, oh, Ramsey has a fever, or my leg hurts. Right now he says his foot hurts. And I always try to rationalize, oh, you were playing hard yesterday and running, so that's why I have to have like a rationalization in my head or it'll drive me crazy. And I think that's the PTSD part of it.
I would like people to know that there is life after cancer. And I would like them to know that cancer does not discriminate. It hits all different people from all different walks of life. And I think that it's super important that we raise awareness about cancer, blood cancer specifically, and that blood cancers are treatable. And there has been made so much progress over the years for curing blood cancer. And we need to continue doing more. I think our family is very, very lucky. We had the very best outcome we could have had with this diagnosis.
In the 50s, kids did not survive with his type of cancer, and his type of cancer, ALL, has had great research because it's the most common of all childhood cancers. Kids didn't survive, now kids are surviving, but there's other types of cancer that survival rates are under half.
We never thought we would be here in a million years. You never do. And it could be anyone. Well, we've always said that as much as we love the other organizations that are out there that provide all the really great camps and activities and stuff, LLS is really there to find a cure. I mean, it's all about the research, and that's what's going to find a cure. Nothing else is going to find a cure.
The Leukemia Lymphoma Society, the way we look at it, they are a major, major contributor to scientific research to beat cancer, to beat blood cancer specifically. And we don't have to look much further than up to OHSU, where the Beat AML project, which is so near and dear our hearts. And so, as far as I'm concerned, why wouldn't we contribute to such a worthy cause? If we can increase the survival rates for people battling blood cancer, and specifically AML, it's so important to us to do that and to be representative of people that are fighting blood cancer and continue to fight. So we really see Leukemia Lymphoma Society as just a key contributor in that fight against blood cancers.
I just like them to know that every dollar counts and that it'll someday make a big difference in finding a cure for blood cancers.
'Cause I'm gonna stay